This first video right here, it shows her pulling up. She must have been driving. That's her stepfather right there pulling up. Right after he walks in, it's the screen. And she ran. Is that the friend? Now this video right here is from the kitchen. This must have been whenever she first got home. Don't see no gun in her hand. She must have went to go grab the blick. Looks that way. Hiding something behind her back. She just shot her mom. So that's her mom's phone right there. What is all that?
As to count 1, this court will sentence you to life in prison. As to count 2, you'll be sentenced to life. As to count 3, you'll be sentenced to 10 years to serve.
She's cooked. Sit there and cry. Don't dry your eye. Let it drip. You did that to your mama, girl.
Y'all gotta tap in with TYP Cam, man. Look that up on YouTube.
TYP, then now you know that this the way of life. I ain't never raped the gang, but I feel like gang tie. I've been really pushing P, put the P in TYP. That nigga gonna be in a rack and even light straight through his teeth. Yeah, I made it out the struggle, but the struggle never end. I can't believe I lost my channel. They don't wanna see me win. I ain't tripping off no clouds, just want this chicken for my kin.
Video shows 15-year-old Carly Gregg shooting her own mother, then taking her phone and texting her stepdad to pull up. Then when he gets there, she shoots him. And after all of that, she invites her friend over to view the dead body. If you ain't hit that like and subscribe button, slap the dog shit about yourself, because that's the first thing you should have did when you clicked on this video. This video right here is for educational purposes only. It's not intended for anything more or less, and we will learn how to move in this type of situation. Without further ado, let's see what it's hitting for. Now this first video right here is the garage camera surveillance video. It shows her pulling up. I believe she was by herself. She doesn't get out the car on the passenger side. She's only 15 years old, so she really shouldn't even been driving. She might have her permit, but there's no way she got her license. So why is she driving by herself? Maybe she a bad kid, you know what I'm saying? She took off with the car or something, ain't no telling. So her mom must have been home already. Maybe her mom lets her drive, I don't know. But you see, she goes to the passenger side and gets something out the car. So she must have been driving. She looked like she just got home from work, taking the groceries in the house. You know what I'm saying? Like this her car. Like she grown. Okay, I should have paid attention to the time frames between these clips, because this is a different clip. This is the clip when, okay, so yeah, that's her stepfather right there pulling up. So let me see right quick. I'm not gonna run it back a whole lot. I want to see the time frames though. Okay, this is 15:55. This is almost a whole hour later by the time he pulls up. It's 17:03. That's a whole hour by the time he pulls up. See somebody in the backyard with a dog, a neighbor. So this the stepdad. He getting out. He pulling up like it's nothing. Now, they are married. Her mom and him, they're married. They have the same last name and they live together. Do he got scrubs on? Kind of look like he has. Okay, so 2 minutes later, right after he walks in, she instantly scream. And she ran. And is that the friend? So she runs off. So she must have shot him whenever all that screaming just happened. It didn't sound like a gunshot to me. Maybe I missed it. Who was that though? Was that the friend? That wasn't dude. That person had a white hoodie on. Who was that? Now this video right here is from the kitchen. So this must have been whenever she first got home. The garage must be connected to the kitchen. Don't see no gun in her hand. Walks that way, then walks that way. Okay, so she must have went to go grab the blick. Looks that way. Hiding something behind her back. So she grabbed the blick from inside the house. She knew where to get it from. And she just shot her mom. And dogs ain't barking for nothing. But them little damn chihuahuas be on your ass. So she just grabbed, I guess, so that's her mom's phone right there. And she's texting. Now the text message she sent was like, "Hey honey," or something like that. Like, I seen it, but I forgot what it said. I know it was like, "Hey honey," something. What is all that? What's behind her back? Hold on. What is she? Hold on. I need to run it back. I don't want to keep running it back. Y'all, I know y'all don't like that. But I don't see no gun. That's what I'm looking for. So she hiding it because she know that camera there. And she put it behind her. Okay. Goes back in there. And so the neighbor next door didn't hear nothing? So I wonder, does this show her stepdad coming in the house? So she's sitting in there with her mom right now. She ain't came back. Video ain't cut out. She knew to hide the gun from the camera, but didn't even think to even cut the cameras off first. Like, even if you cut the cameras off and your mom came up missing and your stepdad still survived, they ended up telling. Not telling, but you know, you still wasn't gonna get away with it. Even if you killed him too, you wasn't gonna get away with it. There's no way. They know the camera would have got cut off and you was gone and you're lying and all type of shit. So it's hard to really tell or know what she's doing right now. Now this next video is her getting her sentence.
Alright, the verdicts appear to be in proper form. Verdict of the jury is count 1. We, the jury, find the defendant, Carly Madison Gregg, guilty of first-degree murder as charged in the indictment. Count 2. We, the jury, find the defendant, Carly Madison Gregg, guilty of attempted murder as charged in the indictment. Count 3. We, the jury, find the defendant, Carly Madison Gregg, guilty of tampering with evidence as charged in the indictment. Please be seated, Ms. Gregg. Ladies and gentlemen, the jury, is custom for the court to poll the jury. I have to do it each time. And for each count, I'm not being rude. The quickest way for me to get through this is to simply point at you and you answer out loud. As to count 1, we, the jury, find the defendant, Carly Madison Gregg, guilty of first-degree murder as charged in the indictment. Beginning on the first row, ma'am, is that your verdict? Sir, is that your verdict? Yes, sir. Ma'am, is that your verdict? Sir, is that your verdict? Ma'am, is that your verdict? You got to answer out loud, ma'am. I'm sorry. Yes. On the back row, sir, is that your verdict? Ma'am, is that your verdict? Ma'am, is that your verdict? Sir, is that your verdict? Ma'am, is that your verdict? Ma'am, is that your verdict? Ma'am, is that your verdict? That verdict is proper.
Why that lip quivering? Why that lip quivering?
Count 2. We, the jury, find the defendant, Carly Madison Gregg, guilty of attempted murder as charged in the indictment. Beginning on the first row. Ma'am, is that your verdict?
Why are you crying? She crying because she know her life is over and she finna have life in jail. That's why she's crying. She's not crying because her mom dead. None of that. That's not why she's crying. She's crying because she's not gonna live her life no more. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna be in jail for the rest of her life. And she knows that.
Sir, is that your verdict? Yes. Ma'am, is that your verdict? Yes. On the back row, sir, is that your verdict? Ma'am, is that your verdict? She ain't crying because she care about her mama. Sir, is that your verdict? Ma'am, is that your verdict? Ma'am, is that your verdict?
They cooking 15-year-old girls. I thought it was just 15-year-old niggas. This a white girl. Hell, they be cooking 12-year-old niggas, giving them life. Shit, they just cooked a white girl. Shit, boy, that's tough. No insanity plea or nothing.
3, we the jury find the defendant Carly Madison Gregg guilty of
That's
tampering
crazy.
with evidence as charged in the indictment. Beginning on the first row, ma'am, is that your verdict?
Ain't no
Sir,
beating
is that
it
your
though. I
verdict?
mean, shit,
Ma'am,
she
is that
did
your
it.
verdict? Sir, is that your verdict? Ma'am, is that your verdict? On the back row, sir, is that your verdict? Ma'am, is that your verdict? Ma'am, is that your verdict? Sir, is that your verdict? Ma'am, is that your verdict? Ma'am, is that your verdict? Ma'am, is that your verdict?
Crying because she know her
All
life
three
is over.
verdicts appear to be unanimous. The court will enroll the verdict.
You should have done it smarter. Even then, you was still gonna get cooked.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, with you having returned a verdict of guilty in count 1 and count 2 of the indictment, we'll now proceed to the sentencing phase of the trial. Your sentences will be as follows. As to count 1, the jury having fixed the verdict at life imprisonment, this court will sentence you to life imprisonment. As to count 2, you'll be sentenced to life imprisonment. As to count 3, you'll be sentenced to 10 years to serve. You'll be required to pay court cost fees and assessments in the amount of $431.50.
That's it for a
Ms.
murder.
Gregg, regarding any appeal of your judgment of conviction and order of sentence and in accordance with Wright v. State 577, Southern 2nd 387, the court wants to inform you that pursuant to Rule 4E of the Mississippi Rules of Appellate Procedure, the notice of appeal required by Rule 3 of such rules shall be filed with the circuit clerk within 30 days after the date of the denial of any motion for a new trial, or the date of imposition of sentence, whichever is later. Pursuant to Rule 4E, if you make a timely motion under the Mississippi Rules of Criminal Procedure for a judgment of acquittal notwithstanding the verdict of the jury or for a new trial under Rule 25.1, the time for appeal shall run from the entry of the order denying such motion. Finally, Rule 25.1 subsection C provides that a motion for a new trial must be made within 10 days of entry of the judgment, which includes both adjudication of guilt and sentence. Should you make a decision on the record to appeal, that decision will stand, unless a written statement to the contrary signed by you and your attorney is filed with the court. Should you make a decision to waive appeal, that decision will stand unless you give written notice to the court and your attorney prior to expiration of the time in which to perfect an appeal. Should no decision to appeal be made by you, your failure to express a desire to appeal shall be considered a waiver of your right to appeal, and that waiver will stand unless you give written notice to the court and to your attorney prior to expiration of the time in which to perfect an appeal. Have you made a decision to appeal your conviction and sentence? All right. Court will be in recess.
She's cooked. Sit there and cry. Don't dry your eye. Let it drip. You did that to your mama, girl. Quit crying. You only crying because your life is over. And you know that. Hey, man, y'all let me know what y'all think about that, man. This is crazy right here. You know, she crying. They gave her life in sentence. That's why or life in prison. That's why she's crying. She's not crying because she killed her mom. Maybe she regrets everything and she just did it ignorantly and stupid, and she didn't really mean it. She was just living in the moment or something, you know. Maybe that's how she feels. I don't know. To kill your mama when your dad was the one who's supposed to be crazy and all this and that. She went in there, she knew where to get the gun. You know, that's crazy. She clearly didn't have the best childhood upbringing, and there's no telling how she really felt towards her mother. So we can only speculate and guess until she comes out and actually says something one day or more information comes out. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. 2IP the name. If you made it to the end of this video and you bored, check out this video to the left or check out my music to the right. I just dropped some new shit, so y'all go run that up. But I'll get at y'all in the next one, man. I'm gone. TYP the 9.
Now you know that this the way of life. I ain't never raped the gang, but I feel like gang tie. I've been really pushing P, put the P in TYP, that nigga.